Check hello. On the road!
We're good to go. Should we start?
But speaking of movies, when we were at the theater the other night, and we were after you had left, Luke and I played COD at the theater. You had left, and Doug was like, "You want to see behind the screen?" And I was like, "I've never seen behind a movie screen before." And I walked back, and like I was kind of head down. I wasn't expecting anything, and I just like smacked my head super hard.
Ooh,
bleeding. I took a knee. I wept.
Yeah, I wept.
I wept.
I weeped.
And there's more too. Like there's that little guy, and then there's another one up here. But I took a big ol' smack.
A proper bonk.
Yeah, proper bonk.
Damn, dude.
Which I guess we can talk about the origin story of bonk.
Of bonk. Yes.
Yeah.
I guess we should say welcome to Born to Rome.
Thank you.
We're in an undisclosed location at a safe house in Westdale, Ontario, Canada, part of the Greater Hamilton area, which is part of the Greater Toronto area, which is I think all part of the Dundas thing.
Earth.
You know, that's how I see it.
We're on Earth. Still.
We're on Earth currently. I don't know which number this is, so 14.
This is the 14th?
14th Born to Rome. Welcome. Sam Tomlinson, how are you today?
I'm doing extremely well. How are you?
I'm doing very well as well. You got a great vibe today. Got very nice sunglasses.
I got inspired by Wade, actually.
Yeah. It's a good look.
Thank you.
I was going to put on my sunglasses too, but I also felt like it's better to just suffer and squint, you know? I'll probably enhance my performance on this.
Life is suffering, dude.
Life is suffering. Take it in is indeed. So you were saying you gave yourself a proper bonk on the old
bonk. Proper bonk.
Yeah. When we were playing Call of Duty at the movie theater.
Yeah.
Because I thought behind a movie screen I shouldn't be dinking around with that. I thought that all they'd have behind there is like Shirley Temple's skeleton or something.
I thought it was going to be like way creepier than it actually was, but it's a very confined space.
Yeah.
It's nothing special for anybody who wants to know what's behind a film screen. It's nothing special, but like duck, okay?
Yeah.
Don't be like me.
Keep your head down.
Yeah, don't show your namesake. Don't be bonky.
No. I think we should. So let's get into it, Sam. So Sam, you're now in the nil. You are also from Dundas, Ontario, Canada.
Yep.
And we did our first tour together last fall, and you were christened Bonk.
Bonk.
How did that come to be?
We were playing at the Colony in New York. We were playing in Woodstock. And super cool venue. I really liked that room, actually. It was everything was just close, including the steel beams or the wood beams that kind of hung above the stage. And we were just cranking out, I think Bathed in Light or something. And I did a nice jump, and little did I register how low those beams would be. And I cranked my dome off of one of them, and for the remainder of the night, I was like, I think I might have gave myself a concussion. Like I can jump high. I'm a high jumper, and I thought I gave myself a concussion. I was seeing like red and blue flashing light in my peripheral vision, and I really rolled the dice on going to sleep that night, and luckily I woke up and here we are, and. Bonky. I acquired the name Bonky. I bonked.
Bonky Tomlinson.
Bonky Tomlinson.
That was a good head bonk. I remember looking over at you and thinking, God damn, that's a mighty wall.
Sam looks like he's tripping balls.
Yeah, it's the cheapest drug there is, really. Head trauma. Yeah. Not recommended, but when you find yourself there, enjoy it.
It's super easy to do because it's often by accident.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You never know when you're going to be visited by the head trauma fairy.
Yeah. But young Bonk I wear that name with pride.
Yes,
dude.
as
I
you
love
should.
It.
As you should.
I love it.
So you're from Dundas, as I've already mentioned, God's country, as we
God's
like
country,
to call
the
it.
Shire.
The Shire. What was, I mean, this kind of ask everybody this, like, what was your first, like, time when you heard music and you're like, shit, yeah?
Shit, yeah. That's a great question. My friend Scott and I, who you know, we would often be hanging out and like discovering music online. I'm just trying to I think it was like we found some really crazy shit on there. We found like a group called Starfucker that we really liked at the time, which like these are bands I've since transcended. I listen to it now and I'm like, shouts out Starfucker. Yeah, that all of that stuff I was really digging, and then like Led Zeppelin, like everybody else, was just one of those things where I was like, "Holy dude, you want to share the zone?" It changed me, dude.
Yeah.
The first time I heard "How Many More Times" by Led Zeppelin, I was like, "There couldn't be a song better than this. This is way too cool." And then my brother and I, like, he played drums. So we would learn those songs and jam occasionally, but yeah, like everyone else, Led Zeppelin, God bless. Yeah.
Speaking of Led Zeppelin, have you ever watched the Live Aid performance, like the 1985 reunion?
No.
It's kind of like,
is it heroin fueled?
It's fucked up. It is insane. So it's like hilarious 80s style. They didn't practice before they did it. They're in front of like 100,000 people. They all have those goofy fucking haircuts because it's 1985. And Robert Plant's voice is blown before they even start. And they have two drummers. One of them is Phil Collins. And they didn't practice. And Jimmy Page's guitar is just like slathered in like chorus. Because I guess like such was the fashion of the time.
Yeah.
And it's out of tune, so it sounds really good. And they start playing rock and roll, and it immediately is clear that it's like, this is gonna be a rough one.
Damn.
This is gonna be a rough one.
But that's rock and roll, dude.
Yeah. So they are going through this thing. I can't remember what else they play. I think they do. All I remember is that they play Stairway to Heaven, and that doesn't go well either. And it's, I'm pretty sure that like that was the reason why they didn't do any like real show, like reunite for so long, because that one went so badly, but like such a preventable disaster. I think just like you could have practiced.
Lesson learned though. Take a knee.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Regroup. Their hair.
Oh, it's very funny. It's great.
What's the longest your hair's ever been?
I think when I was like 15, I had a pretty good, like 15, 16, had it pretty back.
Toss it back?
You know, yeah. I don't know. Like I keep toying with the idea of like really just growing it out, but
I'm doing it. I'm in the thick of it.
You're in the thick of it.
Yeah.
It's going well though for you.
Yeah, I got this like young Ludwig thing going on.
Yeah, young Ludwig. Yeah. Young bonky Ludwig.
Yeah, this like Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Something's going on.
Yeah, 90s heartthrob.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
a good
mind.
vibe.
Thanks.
I always just chicken out like because the sides start getting a little Krusty the Clown for me, you know? And
I know.
Yeah, it doesn't, you know, I guess if you just kind of keep pushing on through, then that effect is minimized, but I've never had the chutzpah since I was a child.
Yeah. You just got to like be really into hats for a minute.
I think so. You got to get comfy with hats.
You get your hats going, and then it's best to do it in like the fall season because winter is nice and long here in Canada for the folks who are abroad, and because of the length of winter, you can just hibernate, and all of a sudden you got long hair.
Yeah,
the flowers come out, you come out.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, you got this flow going.
Yeah.
I got myself a haircut during the pandemic by my girlfriend Denise. And
was it good? She give you a good one?
It was interesting. Yeah, like she did some stuff that they don't teach at barber school. She made strange like S's into my sideburns that I don't remember requesting. But I had them, and Yeah, I guess everybody probably had a pretty good pandemic haircut experience at one point or another.
I mean, look at Drake. Didn't have those S's though.
No.
Didn't have those S's.
No. I debated at one point. I was like, should I just? Because I was like, why not?
Dude, it's a crazy feeling shaving your head.
Yeah, you've done it.
Yeah.
You've had some. Yeah, you're swinging back and forth on the hair.
Yeah,
continuum.
I just keep it revolving.
Yeah.
As soon as I don't want to eat my hair anymore, I either give it a shave or I just hop down to some spot on King Street where the guys don't want to talk to me and they do a good job.
I don't believe in fancy haircuts. Like I just don't. I don't believe in spending more than not like for the money aspect. I just like don't want to sit there while someone. It's like, bro, it's gonna be different in like 24 hours.
Also,
anyways.
do you ever hear somebody talk about how expensive their haircut is, and it's like it's not good?
No, yeah,
crazy
all the time.
Yeah, when I was working at the cafe, people would just be like, "Yeah, I just got a haircut. It was like fucking $200," and I'm like, "What? You spent $200 on that? Oh, I thought it was a B."
It's another. Oh, okay.
Simply Pine.
Yeah, the hills are alive with the sound of music today. Out here, there's a lot of
Yard
visitors.
work.
Yeah, a lot of grinding sounds. And bees and
To loop back though, shaving your head is like pretty sick because you just don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
You don't have to think about it. You wake up in the morning and you are the same lollipop that's been dropped on the carpet as you were the day before.
Yep.
And yeah, it's nice. It's very freeing in the summertime. I recommend it.
It does sound very appealing, especially right now as I sit directly in the wrath of the sun.
Can't wait to bathe after this.
Yeah. And the other thing too about the shaved head look is like depending on your facial hair situation, you can really, instill paralyzing fear into people.
That was a big one for me.
Yeah.
I would like to think I'm pretty approachable, but when I had that haircut,
cleared the sidewalk.
Yeah, my friends would pretend they didn't know who I was if I passed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little sketchy, but it's nice. It's nice, like being left alone is kind of nice sometimes.
Yeah, and
solitude.
Yeah. Get some time with your thoughts and your manifesto and all that. Shit. What was I gonna say? I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought. I was thinking about.
That's okay.
Manifestos, but anyways, let's stay off that topic. Okay, so Dundas. Let's go back to Dundas for a second.
Home.
So you went to Parkside High School.
I'm a Parkside boy. Represent.
Yes.
Give me the hate, dude. Feed me the hate.
Yeah, well, Kyle and I are both Highland boys. So,
yep.
We razz them about it every day, That, I really think that the only thing more boring than civic pride is school pride.
Yeah. School pride sucks, man.
Yeah.
People that like yearbook people that are like, those were the golden days.
With their ring.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Class of 08. Woo. Yeah.
No, dude. High school's for depression and depression only. Yeah,
it's for high school is like about watching other people make fantastic mistakes and being like,
yeah,
I'm gonna not do that.
I'm glad I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of maybe I won't go there. Just Parkside had some gooey, some substantial nasty things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely unbeknownst to me, but I guess our school was having like a crazy OxyContin problem when I was there, but I was so out of the loop.
I was dealing it at that time too. So that's
wow.
Yeah.
So you were okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You got to make that money.
I had no idea. I'm like, why are these people so tired all the time? Like, and
my math teacher's really snoozing at the wheel.
Yeah. The math teachers had their own thing going on. We had a situation with some teachers having an affair, and it was
shout out Highland.
Shout out Highland.
Yeah. Yeah, Parkside. I mean, I didn't enjoy high school all that much, but Parkside has since been demolished and turned into perhaps a gravesite. Like people might be buried there now. So it's very sad and ironic all at the same time. That's where I went to high school. I get to walk around and look at tombstones and be like, I was educated here.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't know. Dundas, Parkside ruled because like at lunch break you could walk down in 5 minutes flat and get a Subway sandwich or a pizza or McDonald's or
Emilio's.
just a slushy. Emilio's was amazing. Shout out to Emilio's.
Yeah, still going.
Yeah, still the best.
Yeah.
I feel like Highland, all Highland had, just from my limited experience of kind of seeing people there and going to visit them, was like A1 pizza.
We had A1 pizza and
It's good.
yeah,
It's pizza.
It was pizza, you know. But Macy's, before A1 there was Macy's, like the giant convenience store that also served pizza, and they made it there and it was amazing. But you could get like chicken wings and whatever. Anyways,
Places like that don't exist
store.
anymore.
No.
You don't go to a corner store and they're whipping you up a pizza.
No.
It's already there.
It was almost like a bodega. Like it was sick. It was a great convenience store.
Fuck, that makes me miss New York City, baby.
Let's talk about New York City. So after high school, so you do high school, you do that whole thing, and then they're like, all right, what are you gonna be for the rest of your life? And you're like, I don't know, but I'm going to New York.
I remember sitting down with a teacher in high school, and they were like, well, your grades are like, where do you want to go? And I'm like, I don't know, like any university around here. And they're like, okay, well, your grades, you're not going to be doing that.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
So I took that and was like, I guess I'm not going to college, because applied at that time felt like you were a stupid person, whereas like applied education now is like way more useful than anything else. So I wish I had realized that at the time, but I left that and was like, okay, I got nothing going on. But I took a gap year, and a gal that I went to high school with, who was older than I was, she had been to this school in New York, and she was like, all you got to do is audition. So I auditioned to get into this school. It was an acting school. And I got in, and I was like, okay, well, I guess this is what I'm doing. So I studied acting in New York City for 2 years, and then, it was sick. It was a crazy place.
So can you explain a little bit, like, I think we've harped on it a little bit, but like Dundas is like the smallest, quaintest little town that you can possibly picture. Just picture the Shire from Lord of the Rings, but with an OxyContin problem.
Yeah, and you have shoes on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shoes and OxyContin.
Yeah.
Plus the Shire.
Yeah.
Going from that to New York City. So what was that transition like?
That transition was living in peace and quiet, and moving to 30th and Madison Avenue. So that's 2 blocks away from the Empire State Building, for anybody that doesn't know the grid. But that was a jarring move. It was a sick one too. I loved it. I love the I'm a big Restart fan, where you can just like go somewhere else, and because you're living there, you have no obligation to like behave a certain way.
Yeah. New identity, new chance.
Yeah, it was cool.
Clean rap sheet.
Yeah, but I like, as stupid as it sounds, I like found myself there. I was like, okay, I know who I am now. I'm not this like sad Dundas boy. And I figured out how to turn that into a business and stage perform and get rid of my fear of stage performance, which like segues nicely into playing music. And I've always played music. I've played music since I was 8 years old. My grandfather gave me a guitar, and I've always just done it for myself. He was like, "Do this so that you don't have to do therapy," and I was like, "Okay." So I just got good at guitar and would play it for myself, and then I would do it at school too, and yeah. And I came home and just did that. Well, I came home, and acting in Toronto it didn't go so hot. Really cool experience where an agency I signed to didn't return my calls. So waited for that contract to be up, and then I just did photography. Oh, this makes me sound like such a douche, but I was just doing like photography, and then I auditioned for this band called Captain Wildchild, and to audition for that band, I had to buy a little $200 Squier jazz bass.
Yeah.
And
I can play bass. Yeah.
yeah. So I bought one. I'm a guitar player, but I bought one just to audition, and when I landed that, it was like, okay, I'll just lean into this, see how it goes. And then I joined you boys. Joined you bad boys.
Us. Well, we completed the Dundas trifecta.
It feels good.
Brought it on home to the Shire.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Captain Wildchild, your excellent band. You guys have some dates coming up in June. You guys are doing a little East Coast rip.
Got a little
Eastern rip.
Yeah. East Ontario.
How would you describe to the folks that are going to go out and listen to Captain Wildchild? How would you describe your music?
Our music is it's heavy, but it's dance heavy.
Yeah.
So I would consider us to be like a garagey punk rock band, but there's very dancey elements to our music. And
Most certainly.
And it's just fun and kind of lighthearted. And Chad is just he's our singer and guitar player. He's just punk rock to the core. Shout out Chad. And Nigel is an anomaly of a drummer who he's a very jazzy boy. I met him while he was playing some jazz. He was playing jazz, and I was like, "Nice to meet you." I'm saying, but yeah, he's just all over the place, and I don't know. I would consider myself to be a new bassist, but a seasoned rocker just from my bedroom standards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's where the work goes down.
Yeah, man.
In the bedroom, trying to learn Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. It's crazy, though. It's crazy stuff, and I really enjoy it. And I think, we have a record hopefully coming out this year, so I'm hoping everybody else gets to enjoy that too.
From what I've heard, that album is magnifique, and it's very, very well recorded. I think you guys are gonna.
Yeah, Mickey did a great job. Shout out Mickey Ellsworth.
Shout out Mickey. But anyways, I don't want to price for too many details. I'm sure those are all forthcoming.
Yeah.
But it's an excellent record, so
Thanks,
look out
man.
for that one.
Appreciate that.
So in New York City, you land country bumpkin in the big city. You fall off the turnip truck.
Yeah.
In Times Square.
Yeah. Mom, Pa, where'd you go?
With $17 in your pocket.
Basically.
What was the craziest thing you saw in New York City that you feel comfortable telling the world?
Almost had a girl like die in my arms. I can tell this one maybe.
Yes.
This is a sick story. I was in this class with a girl. I won't say her name. I'll give her the name Jessica because that's nice and generic. But
Helen Mirren.
Jessica, she was in one of my acting classes, and my acting teacher was like, "Yo, bring in like a totem, something that is very important to you that you brought from home, and you're gonna come in and explain why it's important to you." And just a nice acting exercise. And so I brought in a guitar, and my teacher was like, "Would you play something for us?" And I think I just played a little loop of Blackbird, and they were like, and from that point on, Jessica, like I would kind of just see her peripherally around. She was like, I felt like I was being followed a little bit, and it was very evident one morning when I woke up on my floor, and I went to go make breakfast, and she was in my living room, fully dressed, like ready to go. She looked nice. And I was like, "Hey," and she was like, "Hey, oh, hey." I was like, "Okay." So once that happened, the first weekend of being at school rolls around, and there's a floor There's like a little floor hangout and
Orientation.
yeah,
Sup.
yeah, a little sup, and she's like, we're chatting at it, and she's like, you kind of remind me of my ex-boyfriend back home, and I was like, whoa, cool. And I was like, did he play guitar? And she was like, yeah, he played guitar. And then she was like, yeah, he drowned. From that point on, I was like, ooh, boy. Oh, damn. Now I don't even know if I should tell this story. This is a crazy one. It's a dark one.
Dude, you gotta
I'm in the
finish,
thick of it,
dude.
though,
Yeah,
eh?
yeah.
Okay. So, her ex-boyfriend died. I'm sitting there just kind of keeping my cool, like, oh, that's wild. I'm so sorry. And she's like, yeah, it's fine. And then everybody, it was supposed to be a dry floor. But everyone was having like a little vodka.
Yeah.
Little vodka cran in mugs so that we wouldn't get caught. And we're drinking from these mugs. And it wasn't very much. It was very...
It was chill. It was civilized.
It was chill. It wasn't... No ill intent.
Nobody's wearing a lampshade. It's all good.
No, it was fine. No one was wearing shit. It was nighttime.
Yeah.
It was great. But she has a couple drinks and starts acting very erratic. And we're like, oh, okay. So we take her up to her room, and we're like, we're all going to go to bed now. So good night. And we leave her in her room, and we actually end up going to like Madison Square. We go to a park down the street, and we're continuing drinking and meeting each other and having a nice time. And then Tom, who's good friend Tom, he gets a call from our CA who's at the apartment, and he's like, can you get Sam here? And I was kind of freaking out because I was a little drunk at this point.
Yeah.
And I run back because I'm like, nothing bad's gonna happen on my watch. I get there, and I get to the front desk, and the front desk guy's like, you got to go to floor 10, man. And I was like,
We're going to need you to play Blackbird.
it's not my... Pretty much. I get there. The floor is covered in water, and my CA is holding this girl's head, and he's like, I need you to stay awake. And I'm in shock. I have no idea what to do, but Ty, who was my CA, he's like, I'm going to go downstairs and get the first responders, just like keep her awake for me. And he like gives me the gal, and she is, I'm like, stay awake. It's me, Sam. It's me, it's the boy. And she projectile vomits over my shoulder. I get none on me. I was extremely impressed with how she handled that. But she was awake. They took her away, and then she's fine. She ended up being fine, and we did classes together, and it was all good. But
God damn.
It was wild. Yeah, we found out that it was because of some medication that's why that happened. But nobody else knew. She didn't really tell anybody. So that's how that goes.
God damn.
Fuck yeah.
Dude.
There's a story for you.
Welcome to New York City.
Yeah. So that was my first week there.
Damn, dude. That is a less than chill orientation session.
But I had the best time. It was cool. Long story short.
Some strong vodka crayons,
Yeah,
dude.
might have to do some editing, Mitch. She's good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except bleep out a name.
The other day, she posted on social media a picture with her and a glass of wine saying, I really need this. And I was like, no, you don't. You don't need that. What are you trying to do?
Good Lord.
Yeah. Yeah. But school's sick, man.
Dude, it's very interesting when you come together at school and you like meet all these people from completely different backgrounds, and you're just like, I'm used to just kind of like bumming around Dundas, meeting other people from the old green fields.
Yeah. You were a Laurier boy, eh?
I was a Laurier boy.
Yeah.
I went there because a 17-year-old version of myself decided I was going to be a psychologist. And
kind of worked out.
Yeah, I got my degree.
Yeah.
My psychology degree.
We got degrees, dude.
We got degrees, dude.
Fuck yeah.
But as you were saying, though, you made a very good point with the a whole applied thing. like applied versus academic. I don't know what the system is now in Ontario education.
Way
but-
worse, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they were like, okay, listen, do you want to do academic classes, which means like, you know, you're going to have a future and like you're not going to be a loser? Or do you want to do applied where you like go to college and like, don't do that one. That's basically how it was pitched to us. But it's like,
Yeah.
everybody that went to like college that I know is crushing it.
They love
and
it.
They're like, I fucking weld and I'm, you know, I love my life and things are good and I do things
I have
with my
a
hands.
house. I own a home.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah. and yeah, and then everybody that went to university is either a sociopath business guy that like is a stock trader, which it's been explained to me a million times what that does for the world, but I still doesn't quite register with me.
Yeah.
What you're contributing. No offense. Fuck you. But the people that most of the people that I know that went to university are experiencing the midlife crisis at
Yeah.
age 30.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Go to college, man. If you're good with your hands, if you like building shit, don't listen to what they have to say. I don't know what the narrative is now, but now they're like, it seems like they're trying to get people into college because they're like, oh shit, nobody can build things. Oh, you guys all have philosophy degrees? Yeah, that's not going to build the fucking highway though.
It's also just like, oh, you can pay for this? Come on in.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. I feel like
Yeah.
they don't really, a lot of people I know that are in school, they're not being educated the way they would like to be.
Yeah.
You got to do a lot of reading on your own time, I feel.
Yeah, and
don't know.
you're also not being like honestly appraised of like your job prospects from the outlet or the
Yeah.
outset of like, listen, they did tell us to like look to your left, look to your right. Only one of you is going to graduate with your degree, and they told us that, but they didn't say, oh, by the way, your degree is fucking worthless. Like, unless you're like doing a very specific degree and you want to go into research and get your master's and your PhD and all that shit. They didn't tell you, oh, by the way, getting a degree in is basically other than the life experience, which I enjoyed, and it was good having deadlines and getting things done, and that's a great thing. And the social aspect, loved that. But you know, a lot of the people that I knew that graduated, like, you know, they went back to school for something completely different. So all I'm saying is that it was I don't know how it is now, but it was weird around like going to college, and it shouldn't be, because like we need things physically built and made, because
Oh, yeah.
the world doesn't run on
Theoreticals.
theoretical philosophy, like psychology degree. Like I can tell you all the stages of development of you know, actually shit, I've forgotten all that.
Dude, you're
stuff.
looking at a guy with a fine art degree.
That's sick though.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I'm using it.
You are using
I'm putting
now.
it to good use.
Yes.
But I don't really know what that is. Ultimately, I got it.
I guess like part of school is just like go and do something that you're kind of interested in and like complete it
Yeah.
if you want, and like get some life experience doing
And if
that.
it doesn't work out, feel free to try and teach it. There you go.
And pass on generations and generations
Yeah.
of you know, negativity.
Yeah. 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 Do you have Napoleon's complex?
Yeah.
Teach.
Do you hate the academic world and
Yeah.
the subject that you're here to teach? Good. Let's hire this guy.
And those who can't teach Jim.
Yeah.
In the good words of Jack Black.
It's funny though, like looking back on both university and high school, like the good teachers really stand out, and it wasn't that they were good at teaching particularly what they were charged with teaching, but like my English teacher was rad. He fucking taught me about Guided by Voices and Joy Division and stuff, like cool bands. And
Yeah.
I did have really good music teachers though. They were awesome.
I never took it in school.
Really?
I wish I did. Everybody who talks about music class is like, that
Dude,
was the class.
That was like, that defined my high school experience, like going on all those band trips that like, first of all, we went to the Bahamas. Could you imagine the waivers? Like you wouldn't even get it. Like someone would suggest, hey, what if we take the kids to the Bahamas on a cruise? And people would just laugh at you. Like you just couldn't do it now.
Yeah, no. I mean, I guess there were trips everywhere. Like nobody's taking their students to Africa. That's not happening.
No.
But there were a lot of Europe trips. I did a New York trip in school.
That's sick.
But yeah, Bahamas that's a sick one.
Dude.
It's pretty out there.
Dude, I remember when we were in the Bahamas, this guy came up to us. It was me and a couple other people. He came up to us. He's like, you have small hands. And it was like we had a smaller friend who did indeed have small hands. He's like, come with me. And this guy had a knife, like a rusty steak knife.
Did they eat your friend?
No. He
No?
was like, I need you. He explained to him, I'm not going to I'll just say it in my voice.
We got crazy stories today.
Yeah. He told my friend to reach into like this door and like unlock it because it was like through like a weird mail slot that was near the handle. And he did because the guy had a knife and and the guy didn't say thank you and then just walked into this house and we're like, did we just assist like a home invasion or a robbery? And we didn't have time to think about that because we had to get back to the cruise ship.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then there's like all of us like on the beach, 17 years old with our braces, like smoking cigars, taking photos on like a cool pics thing. Just like,
oh man.
Yeah.
They're coming
just
back.
Like passing out from like these like Cuban cigars that are like black. Like just like thinking we're all a gangster with our like braces. Good times.
Never had them.
Never had braces? You're gifted by God, eh?
Yeah.
With a straight smile.
Yeah. I had a retainer for a bit and I had this other device installed in my mouth for a couple months.
Yeah.
But no braces.
No braces?
No. Got lucky.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
That is lucky, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, braces were a goddamn nightmare.
Yeah.
Like every time
kissing a girl with braces, dude?
that wasn't even a prospect. It was just like it was just like I am going to go home and listen to the Blue Album by Weezer again. that was it.
My name is Jonas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it. But I remember like every time you had to go in for like an adjustment, which is like, see, have these goddamn things on your teeth, right? And then they adjust it so that they like either expand the wire, which forces your teeth out again. And so you get it adjusted. And that first day is like fucking uncomfortable. Like, because your teeth are now being forced in a new direction. And then it's at the height of the tension. Anyways, I'm not an orthodontist, obviously, so I'm not doing a very good job of explaining this. All I can tell you is it fucking sucked.
Yeah.
It's not good. It was not good. And every time you went to the goddamn orthodontist because you had like something snapped off because you were eating Popeye sticks or whatever those and whatever candy
How'd
were.
you know I was eating Popeye sticks?
And the orthodontist was like, they'd take you in a room and be like, were you eating candy? And you're like, mm-mm.
You a big cavity guy?
I wasn't a cavity guy. I just would snap the fucking wires of my braces or whatever from like eating peanuts and shit because like my orthodontist isn't going to tell me how to live my life. So they'd be like, were you eating candy again? And I'm like, mm-mm. They just woke up. It's broken. And he's like, I don't believe you. It's like, bro, you're getting paid so much goddamn money.
Yeah, you better believe me.
Let's spare the interrogation.
come on.
Yeah, save that and just fucking put the thing back on.
Have you ever had a cavity?
I think I've had a couple. Yeah. Yeah. Have you? No cavities?
Dude. I don't know what everybody's talking about.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't had many. I've had a couple though.
I eat straight garbage and I'm trying to get a cavity and it just doesn't work. It doesn't.
Just go home and scrape some enamel off with a file and eat a bunch of sugar.
Just line my teeth with jelly beans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep them there all day. That ought to do the trick.
Be a cool vibe.
Yeah, I don't think you're missing much in terms of the no. Yeah, you're not. The cavity filling experience is not fun. But the day I got my braces off was like Andy Dufresne in the Shawshank Redemption.
You felt like you jumped in a lake naked, huh?
I did. I felt like I was like, I have teeth now, not just like this robot mouth anymore, you know? Not saying if you have braces, you have a robot mouth. I'm just saying that's what it felt like to me.
And we're not trying to speak ill of those with braces as well.
No.
I don't understand. I'm trying to empathize my best. But I don't know. Y'all shit's gonna get straight.
Yeah, you're gonna get straightened out. It's
You're
gonna
gonna
be
be
great.
fine. Yeah.
It's gonna be great. You're gonna get those things off. Life's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So if you're in the middle of having braces, just don't lose hope. Just stay the course.
Just keep listening to Weezer.
Just keep listening to Weezer, and you'll get through.
Rock music, dude.
Yeah.
Rock music.
I remember like when I was getting my braces like on or like adjusted, it would be like a very long process, and I would have to listen to a CD, and like I only had one CD, so I just listened to the Blue Album while like I'm having these like horrible shooting pains in my mouth. So it's a miracle that I still like that album.
Yeah.
But
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Wasn't until recently that I found out that the one of the dudes from the Cars produced that record.
Rick Ocasek, yeah.
My dad, like anytime I hear the Cars, I just think about my dad. It's what my dad listens to. Bow, 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 bow.
Dude, the Cars
She's
rule.
running away with the gold. So good.
Dude, the Cars rule. Elliot Easton, super underrated guitar player. He, I don't know. He just has he has like the best kind of like rockabilly licks, but then also like ripping kind of, I don't know, searing lead sound. He just combines it all. I just love that guy. But I think it was Rick Ocasek talking about the first album. He's like, we should have just called that album our greatest hits album. It's like every album after that kind of sucks, but our first album's amazing.
At least he's got that awareness.
Yeah, totally.
A lot of people don't.
No. Rest in peace, Rick Ocasek. There's great footage of them making Blue Album, and like bands recording in the room, like live off the floor, and he's just sitting there like on a couch, like smoking a cigarette, nodding his head, and that's it. That's all you see.
That's good. That's kind of what we just did.
Yeah, indeed it is. Indeed,
Minus
it
the
is.
cigarette, it was more.
Yeah.
Replace every cigarette in that doc with bubblies.
Yeah,
Just nursing bubblies,
it was
dude.
a problem.
We should get a bubbly sponsorship.
I know. Chastity
Looking at
has
you.
one, I think.
What, really?
I don't know. They have some kind of deal going on that we should look
I gotta
into.
talk to Brandon, dude.
Yeah.
I gotta talk to Levi.
Do they have? Yeah, I'll ask Brandon. Like, what is the bubbly hookup? Because I think they sent us this like, remember that wooden case with like 2 bubblies in it? It's
Yeah.
like we don't need the wooden drug paraphernalia case.
But also
just send us more bubblies.
pretty sick.
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah. If I was into drugs, that wooden box would be.
Yeah,
I would love that.
it's a very like Boogie Nights looking box.
Yeah, it was cool, but I'm not, so we threw it out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't really care all too much about bubbly until we started touring. You guys really turned my life around.
It's a problem. It's a problem. The other thing about bubbly, like not to get all like graphic and shit, but like I feel like it makes you pee more and dehydrates you. If you're if you're just fucking chugging them all day, like I
So
could be
graphic.
wrong about that.
I was peeing a lot.
Yeah,
Mango, green apple,
I love green apple.
cherry. Oh, the cherry one.
Yeah,
I'm not a big cherry boy, but that cherry flavor bubbly.
it does it for me too.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Send me some cherry flavor bubbly, please. Thank you.
We'll reach out to the fine folks at Bubbly. I'm sure they'll respond to our email this time. Okay, so we haven't really talked much yet about your photography. When did you get into that? Like,
I got into that in New York. My grandfather, the same one that gave me the guitar when I was very young, gave me a camera that he didn't use anymore. And it was an old film an old film, not old, but like a Nikon F65, which is an automatic film camera. And I started taking pictures in the fall season of my first year in New York. And that first roll, I feel like I'm chasing the dragon on trying to like take a roll of film as good as the first roll I got back from New York. Cause it felt so good. Feels like Christmas every time you get your film back. So I love taking film photos and yeah, I picked it up in school and I just kind of kept the ball rolling on that because I love it. It's a lot of fun. Big movie fan too and big cinematography guy. So I like to take photos like I'm making a movie. Yeah.
And was the first one digital or sorry, it was film?
It was film. I did have a Nikon Coolpix that I brought to school, and I would take that out and be pretty cheeky with that. But once I got the film camera, I was like, oh, I can actually take some really nice photos. And he gave me this like really nice lens that came with it, and I was doing that for a while, and I got to shoot the Dirty Nil a couple times. Sick band, and yeah, I don't know. I've been working alongside Mitch when I can. Rock and roll. And
too bad he couldn't be here today.
You can say hi, Mitch. You can say hi. There it is.
There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, I love it. I do it when I can. It's it makes my heart flutter.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I mean, you and Kyle are both really good at that.
Kyle's
shit.
awesome. Kyle's the point and shoot king.
Yeah, Kyle got into it from touring, basically.
Yeah.
Like having tons of time to kill. Like he started doing that. I started just going to guitar stores and like looking at playing things that I'll never buy.
Yeah.
You know, power browsing, I call it.
Oh man, you got me into that. It feels good.
Oh, it feels great to just like walk in and like, I'm never gonna buy this. But you don't know that.
Yeah.
Can I play that $100,000 guitar, please? It's all about the confidence.
Yeah.
Hey, can I try that 1954 Telecaster, please?
Yeah. Or you don't even say, hey, can I try? You just go, I'm going to play that.
Yeah, I'm going to play that today. What's the biggest, loudest, most annoying amp you've got to plug it into? Yeah. I remember the first time I went to a vintage guitar store in New York City. It was right before the legendary Manny's Music closed. And by the end, like, I feel like it wasn't always like this. You walk in and every guitar is locked up. And I remember like, can I try that one? And the guy turns to me and he goes, are you going to fucking buy it?
Oh.
And I was just like, I don't think so today. And he's just like, get out of here, kid. I'm like, I guess that is...
I had a similar experience at a rug store. How stupid is this? I walked into a rug store and I'm looking at some rugs, and the guy's like,
as you do.
yeah, you look at, what else am I going to do?
Yeah.
I'm in a rug store. So I go in and I'm looking at some rugs, and there's a bigger room. I see through a doorway into a bigger room, and in this bigger room are bigger rugs.
Wow.
Very cool. So I asked the guy, can I go look at those rugs? And he goes, no. Hey, dude. That's profiling, man.
Yeah.
I'm good for it. Let me look at a rug.
Yeah.
Didn't let me look. Never went back. Aladdin's. Shame on you.
Shame on Aladdin.
Might have to bleep that out, but
whatever it is. Shame
King
on that
Street.
rug store.
Yeah, man. Come on.
It's crazy that place is still alive. There's some businesses that you see, you're like, how are you still here? Like, because like, hasn't Jeff Bezos completely like annihilated your line of work?
Yeah. He's wiped it out. But the other thing is, there's people like you and me with a little bit of morality who are like, I think I'm going to go out and buy this thing.
Yeah, I want to go like rub my fingers on a rug before I buy it. You know,
Exactly.
like that tactile experience before I...
Yeah. Forced me to go to IKEA. I didn't want to go there, but I went.
Dude.
And did I get a rug? Yes.
Did I get a rug? Yes.
I did.
That's almost everything you get off the internet fucking sucks when you get it.
Yep. Yeah.
Almost everything.
Have you ever bought a shirt that you thought was going to be super sick and it was small and made of like parachute? I have.
made of no frills bags.
Oh my God.
Yeah. All the
Can't-
time.
That's why, like, there is that fixed clothing place in the UK. You got to find the good ones.
Yeah. Once you find a reliable brand, it's all good.
Sometimes you just get too confident in the like chiseled model, and you're like, oh man, I want to look like
my
that.
pecs are like that.
And then you get that fucking paper mache shirt,
yeah,
and it sucks.
and it's no bueno.
Yeah, and you're like, I'm $40 down right now.
Yeah.
I could
Plus shipping.
Yeah, I could have got me and a friend some shawarma,
Yeah.
but now I got this parachute,
Coulda had
and
a
it doesn't
shawarma
fit.
feast.
It never fits.
Never fits. I always just like when I buy clothes off the internet now, I'm just like, I always just buy large stuff. So I'm just like, if it doesn't fit me, my girlfriend will love it.
Yeah,
Like,
and large shrinks. You can throw her in the wash,
yeah.
and it'll shrink on
Can't
down.
fix small though.
No,
Like
No.
you can like, render it down into a washcloth or something.
I could. The amount of times I've put on a small shirt for a laugh and not been able to get it off, so I've just destroyed the shirt. Countless.
Yeah.
Countless.
Yeah.
And I keep getting bigger.
Well, listen, the small shirt look is out, dude. It's just
Yeah.
like, no. I don't need to we don't need to.
What was that? Like an English punk band thing?
I don't know what it was.
Where'd it begin?
I feel like there's enough time has passed now to look on like the kind of like mid to late aughts with the V-necks and the fucking neon Ray-Bans
V-necks, man.
and
Yeah, I'm getting PTSD with the V-necks.
the V-necks were a rough look. Nobody needed that.
I remember when I didn't know any better and I bought a V-neck shirt, and this was at the time I was wearing like corduroy pants. V-neck shirts and corduroy pants, no
It's a
buenos.
serial killer look.
No
right
buenos.
there. Yeah.
Very bad. I think that's how I like lost friends. They're
Yeah.
like, I don't want to be seen around town with this kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Corduroy's sick though. It's
Corduroy
coming back.
is sick.
It's coming back. Just don't wear a fucking V-neck with it.
If you wear a V-neck and your name is not Mike the Situation Sorrentini, I just think you got to reevaluate your priorities. That's all I'm saying.
Amen to that, brother.
We'll just wait till that drill stops, I guess. Okay, that was easy. Okay. Okay, so Sam, I have a little bit of a speed round. I'd like to answer these questions.
Hit me.
As fast as possible.
They call me Sam Speedy. Never mind.
Okay.
Hit me.
Finest gas station in America.
Falcon Car Wash.
Excellent choice.
Yeah. Oh, but you know what? Honestly, though, Loves. I only said Falcon Car Wash because Fed Smoker. Bless up.
Bless up.
Yep.
Conald.
Yeah.
Who is the best Rod and Ronnie's, United States or Canada?
Canada.
I think so too.
Yeah.
People.
Rotten Ronnie's in the States, dude. You saw it. I got dry sandwiches time after time. I almost quit.
They did you dirty.
Yeah, it was really
Mouthful
bad.
of sand.
Yeah, so Canada, shout out to your McDonald's.
Dude. Okay,
Yeah.
so just sorry to go off a little tangent here.
Take it,
but
dude. Take it away.
We went to the Junos where we fucking lost like a bunch of fucking losers.
We sucked. We sucked that night.
But we got royally drunk. We were beer. And we woke up in the morning and we went out to go find a nice little brunch spot. And we're like, let's
Super
go get-
fancy spot.
Yeah, let's go get
Really
some
nice.
flax and eggs.
Yeah.
Whatever they eat.
It was
At
it
brunch.
was looking promising.
It
until
was.
the
There
line.
was. I saw slices of cantaloupe. It was going to be delightful. However, we were racing again. We were battling some pretty intense,
Hefty.
haze,
hefty hangovers.
a haze of doom in all of our minds.
Yeah.
And so we were told, an hour plus wait time. So we said, okay, we're going to walk around a bit. We walked around the corner, and who did we see? The clown.
Oh my god.
And Ronnie, with his fucking broken tooth, evil smile, took us by the hand.
We took Ronnie by
And he said, "Come, my children." And we went and got a fucking hamburger at like noon on a Sunday, and because they don't serve breakfast anymore.
No, what you did was very powerful. You approached that counter and you said this, and this was at like 10:30 in the morning. You were like, "I'll get a quarter pounder with cheese and a coffee." And I thought that was fucking monumental. That was pretty cool.
I knew the mission as soon as I walked in. I saw it. I was like, let's do it. So I have to say that quarter pounder was fucking amazing. Like, I'm not trying to advertise for McDonald's here. Monsanto
Rotten
and all
Ronnies,
that.
dude.
Yeah. The clown and his evil empire.
Yeah, it did save us.
It did save us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
shout out to that one quarter pounder that one time.
Yeah.
Okay, who's the most annoying Beatle?
The most annoying Beatle. By that documentary standard, I would say that George, George is my favorite. He's always been my favorite. He's the guitar player. He's fucking sick. But watching that documentary made me annoyed with George. But I can also empathize. But yeah, I suppose I'll leave it there. It made me respect Ringo very much. He was very chill. John is way funnier than I thought he would be for someone who's probably not a good person. And then Paul pulled it together. He killed it. Yeah, that's the full scope.
I love Get Back so much.
It's good.
It is so sick. I mean,
and if you thought it was boring, it is.
That's the point.
Yeah.
The Beatles suck.
Yeah.
That's the thesis.
If you thought it was boring, it very much is. But
Yes.
at the same time, extremely insightful for a musician to watch.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of funny too, seeing how like insulated they are in their little world, like where they have so much money and they're so dumb. Like they have no real good business advisors at that point, and they're just like, oh, we'll have like a tailoring shop and we'll like have this place called like the Idea Corporation where like you walk in and like you give us an idea and we give you a bunch of money. Like,
yeah. And then on top of that, like they would keep cutting to the calendar and just things getting pushed back on the calendar.
yeah. Every time, I know we already had this conversation, but it wasn't recorded. So I'll give it to you for you folks because, I just really think that, every time they're like, okay, Paul, we need to make a decision about where we're going to have the final concert. And that's a bit more Australian, but whatever. And he says every time, yeah, well, I think we can make that decision later. And that's what Get Back should be called. We can make that decision later.
We can make that decision later. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I learned from that documentary is that procrastination is fine. Doesn't matter. Like, whatever. Who cares? And that I'm pretty sure that they're on uppers the whole time.
Oh, yeah. They're very high.
They're like,
Even Peter Sellers was like, I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. That scene where he comes in, he's like, oh, this is what it's
they're
like here.
frigged.
Okay, I'm done.
And like uppers, like, I don't know. It's kind of like I'm not really into that shit, but like you can totally see from that documentary, like it was probably a good time to just be all like, amped up, like for like 12 straight hours.
Yeah. They were also hauling on cigarettes. But,
Oh yeah. Chain smoking.
yeah. Not for me.
Okay. Here's the next question.
Mhm.
What's the best Kyle Fisher dish?
Ooh. Kyle is a whiz in the kitch.
Just watch out for that knife.
Oh my God, I was there. Kyle cut the tip of his thumb off, and it looked like a piece of gnocchi, and didn't make it in the dish, thank God. But that stew he made was pretty phenomenal. He's good all around.
He's
man.
very good.
It's hard for Kyle to make something that you're like,
No, he's
generally
he's a
really
great
good, but
cook.
like he's made some, like that pasta we had when we watched what Jean-Claude Van Damme movie did we watch? We watched
Deep Impact or
Double Impact?
Double Impact.
Yeah, that pasta was fucking rad. We've been on a kick of watching really bad JCVD movies.
That was actually my next question.
Oh,
What
yeah?
is let's The
I'm
pasta.
Gonna, I'm
You
gonna
going
say
with the
that
pasta.
Yeah, the pasta was good.
I'm just gonna inject myself into this.
Yeah, say it.
I really think that those fucking burgers that he made out of the Matty
The
Matheson
smash burgers. Yeah,
cookbook are the.
Matty Matheson. Shout out, bro.
I think those are
killed
that
it.
is the best hamburger I think I've ever had in my life.
They're really fucking good. Yeah, yeah.
So, pasta, cheeseburgers.
He made that lasagna for you one time. I remember your lasagna story.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. What's the best Van Damme movie?
The best Van Damme movie? Man, we watched Double Team the other night, and it was so bad. So I'm giving that one a thumbs down. But Double Impact kind of rules. There's a lot of just like really funny things said and done. And the entertainment value is very high.
Is that the one we watched together when he's in New Orleans or whatever?
He's in like, I think like Thailand.
Okay.
I think it's Thailand. Yeah. I don't know. And he keeps going back to the boat and back to the place. And it's just like a back and forth. And he's like, everything is so hard. And it's just, it's so ridiculous, but it's so funny. I love it. And they always come up with a hilarious backstory for his terrible accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shout out Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Shout out. Okay, what's the worst Nick Cage movie?
The worst Nick Cage movie? That Willy's Wonderland movie was very bad. It was really upsetting.
What's that?
I like bad movies. I can get into bad movies, especially bad Nick Cage movies, because he's off the chain.
Yeah.
You can't control that guy.
No.
But Willy's Wonderland was really bad. It's even worse than Prisoners of the Ghostland.
Wow.
Prisoners of the Ghostland is a bad movie, but there's things said in it by Nick Cage that make it worth watching.
Yeah.
This movie's got no lines. He's just kind of like in this fun house killing toys.
That sounds...
Don't watch it.
Yeah. I really like the one that we just watched, though, the Unbearable Weight.
It's great. It's a great movie.
Dude, it is crazy out here right now.
Tornado!
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. It was also good to watch hungover after Rotten Ronnie's.
Yeah, so that's the second part of the McDonald's story is that we we parked ourselves in a theater, and watched that new Nick Cage movie, and it was excellent.
It felt good.
Perfect hangover movie.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Really good to help kind of rebuild your self-esteem.
Yeah.
You know?
It was a nice thing to watch before hitting the red carpet, for sure.
Yes. And then we pulled up in a Honda Civic in matching denim and and we terrorized that red carpet and did some pyramids.
That red carpet was a fire hydrant.
Yeah.
And we were just a couple of puppies rolling in and
over it.
pissing on it, man.
That's I mean that's what it's for though, you know, like
Yeah.
it's
I've never been schmoozed that much.
yeah.
It felt cool.
Schmoozing sucks sometimes though. Like when people are like, I'm this person from that thing, and I'm like, that's cool. I don't.
Yeah, what's your name? Where are you from? Dirty Nell, Hamilton. Oh, I have a friend from Hamilton that's here. They should talk to you. Hey man, what do you do? I'm a hip hop. Yeah, I'm a hip hop lawyer, and we're like, you're from Hamilton? And they're like, yeah. And you're like, cool.
Yeah.
Cheers.
See you around. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of that. That was baby's first red carpet. I had fun.
It is a good time.
I had a lot of fun.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
You just have to basically grab it and destroy it.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only if you're just going there to like I'm cool. Like then I feel bad for you.
Yeah. I also did that thing afterwards where I kept looking on the internet of pictures of us. And I looked like an asshole in all of them, dude.
Me
It
too.
looked really funny.
That was the point.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We went in there, guns a-blazing, sunglasses on inside.
Mirth in our hearts.
Yeah.
Ronnie's in our guts.
Ronnie's in our guts. Yeah. Sushi's in our gullets.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we had sushi.
In a Honda Civic. And we laid it down. We made
Yeah.
Hamilton proud.
We kept it humble out there.
yeah, we
Kind
did.
of.
Yeah.
The Honda Civic was great though.
That was a nice touch.
I like how there were like Escalades on either side of us, and we showed up in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was an Uber.
was an
Yeah.
Uber. They wouldn't let us take Kyle's car. They took one look at Kyle's car and like, you're not bringing that anywhere near this award
So we had to
show.
get a car of the same caliber.
Yeah. Yeah, so Kyle was like at the last minute, he's like, "Oh, we should have got one of those Uber Black things that guarantees you're gonna have like a nice black car." And then it was like, I think it's way sicker to show up in like a busted ass white Honda Civic in and amongst these people who have really nice vehicles.
Yeah. It worked out. And like what was funny was he got an Uber prior to the one that we got. And the guy drove by in a nice car. And as soon as it was pulling up, the app canceled. So that guy probably looked at us and canceled the ride.
Yeah,
he was like,
not these guys.
Not these denim Dannies. Yeah, it was awesome.
For context, we were dressed in matching denim tuxedos with swear words and paint on. Yeah,
I had puppies on my
we
shoulders.
looked like a crew.
Yeah. He was cool.
Okay. Yeah.
I like this guy.
This guy was great. So Kyle gave him like this slip that he had to have to like get into this motorcade area, and Kyle's like, "You can keep that as like a souvenir that you went to the Junos," and he's like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he took a picture of it and he posted it on social media. And
Yeah, but he tagged us. Right?
yeah, he was cool.
No, he was cool.
Yeah. Probably threw it out afterwards.
Yeah, he did for sure. He shredded it.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that Juno's weekend was beautiful,
Mm.
but until the next one. I've reached the end of my kind of questions list in terms of like, who is Sam Tomlinson, the man, the myth, the legend, multi-talented Dundasian,
Thank you.
Dundasian,
Yes.
Dundas boy.
Dundasian. I like Dundasian.
He's-
Probably not. It probably won't fly with
Might have
somebody,
to
but
bleep it
yeah,
out.
I like it
don't
though.
know.
Makes me feel good.
The man, photographer, shreds on anything with strings. Scott, I don't know. Sam can sing like Freddie Mercury or like show tunes, eh? Like you're really good at that stuff.
Pretty goofy with the show tunes.
Yeah.
I like taking our songs and show tuning them.
Oh, you got
Yeah.
a really wide vibrato. I love
Thanks,
it,
man.
Also has discovered a keen aptitude for the Moog.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Wade McNeil. Your Moog is my Moog.
Yeah, and you're never getting it back.
Ugh. I wish. I want it.
What else can we say about Captain Wildchild? You guys have some gigs coming up, I'm sure.
We got some gigs coming up. We got them posted. Just listen to it. Just enjoy it. Dance around. Mosh around.
Mosh around. Life's short.
Show your friends. Show your dog.
Show your grandma.
Yeah, show grandma. She's only here for so long.
She
Come
needs some
on.
good shit.
Yeah. I'm in 2 sick bands, and I'm very proud of everything that I'm doing with on all accounts. So, yeah.
Well, hail rock and roll.
Hail rock and roll. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank
Luke.
you for coming. This has been a gay old time. I think we've experienced some blinding sun, some intense cloud cover,
Some yard work.
some yard work, some bees,
Yeah.
and we've told some horrific stories. So thank you very much for listening to Born to Roam, and we'll see you again soon.